If your listings are getting traction right now, meaning you're getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 showings a week, but you're not getting any offers, you might be suffering from shopping cart abandonment syndrome. This is Danny Gould, everyone, selling Silicon Valley legendary agents. And this whole thing in my, has been percolating in my mind now for some time. And yesterday, it finally all came out at once. One of my agents, Stephanie, came to me. We're negotiating for property that she has listed. And the listing for several weeks had no traction. We did a significant price reduction, a 10% price cut, and got a new wave of buyers. And for the last 2 weeks, I've gotten 8+ showings every single week. So over 16 showings in a 2-week period. And yet we only recently received one offer. And so for 2 weeks, we had no offers on the table. And she was asking me, she was like, how is it that we've had so many showings and yet we're not getting any offers on the property? Same thing happened with another listing. We're getting 17 showings in 1 week, which I'm located in Silicon Valley in the Bay Area. And 17 showings, I mean, I don't care which market you're in, that's a lot of showings in 1 week. And what I explained to her was, this is a phenomenon that we're gonna be experiencing as an industry for a good long while, is this concept of shopping cart abandonment. And so the truth is that we're very close, but we're still off on pricing. And when you're getting a lot of traction and people coming to the home, and yet they're not pulling the trigger, there's a lot of factors, obviously some external, the economy, interest rates, all of that stuff, but some of it is directly related to pricing. And so what I explained to her was, hey, has there ever been a time where you went into Amazon or you went to online shopping store and all of a sudden you put a bunch of stuff in the cart and then you got distracted or you exited or whatever, and then maybe a few days later you got a text message from Amazon or whatever, and they said, hey, you forgot some items in your cart. That is shopping cart abandonment. And there are many, many strategies that corporations, that companies use, that online retailers use to win back those clients, to win back those consumers. And as an industry, we're gonna have a lot of practice over the next 12, 18 months or so in doing just that. And she's like, what do you mean? Well, I don't get it. And I was like, well, have you ever done that? She's like, no, I don't. And I was like, well, that's because you go in with intent. You see, like, a lot of consumers right now are 1 foot in, 1 foot out. The intent isn't really fully there. And that's the difference between the buyer in 2023 and the buyer in 2021. You see, in 2021, the market taught you that a week in, you needed to, freaking like be all in right away, make the offer. Like there's no like dilly-dallying around. The market's not gonna wait for you, right? But now the market's like, okay, yeah, you can take as much time as you need. And so what is that offer? What is that cart abandonment strategy offer that you're going to use to win back the clientele, to win back the consumer? And that's real estate in 2023. That is real estate in 2023, because there's going to be a lot of those situations. When you're priced appropriately, you're going to get a lot of traction. At least you should, if it's marketed appropriately, obviously. And so there's got to be a reason for the buyers to come back to the table. And in 2021, when intent was super high, buyers who were in the marketplace were super intentful on making a purchase. Right now, they're just kind of like, maybe I'm gonna do it, maybe I'm not. And to be honest with you, cart abandonment is the same thing. When I gotta go to Amazon and I gotta buy a thing because I have to, a present because, my niece has a thing, a birthday party, and so I gotta buy her a present, like you're gonna do it. But if you're like, hey, I kind of sort of need this one thing, that's buying a home in 2023. Well, I'm interested, but I'm not committed. I'm interested in buying, but I'm not committed. And so cart abandonment strategy, housing abandonment strategy is going to be super imperative to your success as a listing agent in 2023. What are the things that we can offer? What are the value adds that we can bring to a buyer's agent after they've shown the property? Obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is like, hey, just wanted to throw it out there, maybe 3-4 days after they show, 2 days, 3 days after they show the property, just wanted to throw it out there that my client's willing to do a rate buy down, 2-1 rate buy down, whatever the case might be. You would be surprised, you'd be amazed, despite how much all of us here at Be Different and how much all of us in different parts of the country and everything and these high production level groups are talking about rate buy downs. You would be shocked how many agents have no idea what the fuck that is. You have to educate them. And so that's on you to go to the agent and be like, hey, just wanted to throw it out there that my client's willing to do this. You would be shocked how many times they would say, what is that? Well, then it's your job. Oh, you've never done it? Oh, no worries. You know, I've done this on a couple of my previous listings. This is how it goes. You got to do this, X, Y, Z, talk to the lender, have your lender work it up and show them what a 2%, what a 2-point rate buy down would do for your client. Oh, okay, I'll do that. Yeah, right away. Awesome, great. I've put together in the last 30 days, 3 or 4 listings on our side, 3 or 4 transactions on our listings, just like that. In the last 40, since the beginning of, it's mid-September, we've done 3 or 4 of those. So it's a very powerful technique. Here's my question though, and this is where I'd love to hear from all of you, is that's where my head goes, is the rate buy down strategy, but I'd love to know what other, this is a team effort here. We're not gonna do this alone. We're all in this together. So what are some other items of value, things that you could say hey, my client's willing to do this X, Y, or Z to win back the buyer and inspire them to write an offer? I've given you one, the rate buy down.